Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I've got something for the Silverado, and it's right over there, and we are going to dig this box open right here. And this box has been given to me from Hooke Road. They're the ones sponsoring today's video, and we're going to dig into this right after this. I'm not there right now. Okay guys, so what we have here is something from Hooke Road. They are sponsoring today's video, and it is for the Silverado over there. And let's go ahead and open this box up. Okay, so we got this box, and we're going to open this baby up. Came in last night, and I did not open it up because I was waiting for you guys to share it. She's my other hand. We're waiting for you guys so we could share it. Very hard to do. One-handed. Take this down. And take the last bit of that down. This down. There we go. And then we have this box right here. Let's see, there's some kind of directions right there, and looks like it mostly made it intact. And this is a new front bumper for the Silverado. It's got some lights in here, a big old box of bolts right there. It's got some kind of, wow, this is, when I say this is heavy, I mean this is thick too. I don't know if you can tell, it's pretty thick, about 3/16 of an inch thick. It's pretty heavy. And I'm not even all sure what's all in here. Let me pause 1 second and I'll be back with you guys. We'll see you. Okay guys, so this is like the center part of the bumper. It's in 3 pieces. This is the center part, and there's the light right there. And in the back you can see, I'm turning around, in the back you can see there's the light mounted back there. And then we come up here, and there's 2 end pieces. I only took this one out of the bag. This is the inside, and they have lights on them too. So when you put these things together, so you're going to bolt together right there to the middle piece, I'm guessing. And there's lights on the side, and you can see inside there's little cube lights right there. And again, this ginormous set of brackets. This looks like frame extensions. This thing's pretty heavy. Like, just this one piece weighs, I don't know, it probably weighs 25 pounds. 25 pounds, just that piece. That one, let's see how thick it is. About the same thickness, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that's an 1/8 thick. It's about an 1/8 inch thick, maybe a little bit more. That's a little thicker. The brackets are a little thicker, but these can't be too thick because they're, trying to meet. I would imagine trying to meet some crash specifications. So I think the hardest part about this whole thing is moo cow. The hardest part about this whole thing is going to be getting the old bumper off of the Silverado. So we'll effectively be taking this entire bumper piece off, which is probably pretty good because I had to trim it. So my tires didn't hit. Trimmed it inside right there, and it comes close now, but it doesn't hit. So I don't really know what it's going to look like. This is steel, so this whole steel piece is going to come off, and we're going to put this one on. We'll see what it looks like. All you can do is we're going to pull the truck over here in a little while. Probably won't be today, might be tomorrow. I've got a while to get this video out. They've given me about a month and a half, almost 2 months. I think it's going to come out Black Friday week, so the video is going to take a little while, so I got plenty of time. I got plenty of time to get the bumper and take my time and do a good video. Hopefully this video will be very good. And we'll even get the lights hooked up, but that's not actually part of the thing. But I will have them hooked up so you can see what their lights are like. So stay tuned, and we'll be back. Okay, guys. So I just got a little head start on here, and what I've done is I've gone ahead and I'm pre-wiring all the lights. I've got these little plugs here that I'm using, and I'll show you how I did that. I just bought a kit on Amazon, and I'm going to move the camera now. Okay, I got a little kit on Amazon. So what I got in here is I've got some, these are, oh my God, my donkey's loud as crap. These are little solder wire connectors. Okay, little kit. Got some, using the blue ones because they're for the new 16 gauge. And then I've got these plugs. You can wire all this stuff into the truck, like fog lights and stuff like that. But I have a switch bank, and I'd rather use my switch bank. So this is a male and female. So here's the male, here's the female, and you just clicks in here, and it's got a nice watertight thing. I've used these in the past; they're pretty good. So we're actually going to be putting the males on here. Put the female on the electrical hot side, and then we're just going to go ahead and take these things off right here. I'm just going to trim these up a little bit more off, and like that. And then we're going to take some. There's a sheath on here. I'm going to take some of this off. Okay. And then my secret weapon here. I've got a Wagner heat gun. Any heat gun will work. You could use a lighter, but I find that the lighter doesn't work as good as the heat gun. So I'm going to take our pieces right here. We're going to give these a twist. Give those a twist. We're going to push them all the way through like that. All the way through. All the way through. Okay. Then we're going to do red to red. And I'm going to join them together. I'm not going to like start at the base and twist them. I'm going to join them together about halfway in the middle, and I'll explain why in a second. And then we're going to twist them around each other like that. So you got a straight wire, because if you do it like this, then the wire's like that, and then the heat thing won't come over that, right? So we are going to twist those together, and it has a heat shrink on here, but in the middle there's a solder piece. So we want to put the solder right over top of the middle, so it solders them together, which gives them a good connection, plus it holds them tight. And then we're just going to take the heat gun, let it warm up a second, it'll get hotter than crap here in a second, and we're going to heat this until the solder basically shrinks, or melts, I mean. There's the solder melting right there. Heat the rest of this thing up. Do the red one. It is ungodly hot outside right now. So this video is going to be about watching a grown man sweat to death. Okay, so then those are good to go. That's good to go, and I am going to just go ahead and put some tape, just tape around there. And I've got some wire coming to run for my switch bank inside, and I'll show you the switch bank. And I'll link a video to it right over here somewhere. Or I'll link it in the description, but I have a video of the switch bank that I did. It's pretty good. But you can, like I said, you could hook them up to your fog lights if you have fog lights, or whatever lights, your headlights if you want to. So, okay, that's good to go. So now when I put this on, when I put it together and put it up, I don't have to dig under here looking for the power wire, so I can just put it together and get it going. So the next thing we got to do, is we got to take this plastic piece off. This is a bit of a pain in the butt for me, because I have this LED wire laying on top of this plastic piece, and it wires back through here. So when I do take this off, I'm just gonna have to move it out of the way so I don't rip the wires out, because I don't have a plug on it straight wired in. Okay guys, so I buy a lot of stuff on Amazon because Amazon's cheap, it's easy to get here, and I can find everything without having to go to a million stores. So got this little panel removing kit right here and pick kit. So what we're going to do, we're going to get in here and just pop these. Ow, I'm trying not to stab myself when I'm doing it. There's like a little notch on one side. You get in the notch, you can sort of pop it up, pull it out. You can just pull the whole thing out, but it kind of tears it up. So if you really want to use them again, so don't tear them up. These are pretty universal for cars. I know they're the same thing on Dodges as Chevy. I think everything, even up to Tesla, uses them. They're a universal, kind of a universal car part. It don't look like there's many of them until you start trying to pull them out, and then you go, man, there's a bunch of these things. Thing kind of come out, set that over there, and then what I got is I got a couple 10mm bolts right here, here, here. One, two, three, four. Okay, now I believe that's pretty much the only thing holding that in, and what we have to do now is there's little pop clips in there. Bottom out. Always feels like you're about to break it, but it shouldn't break. So I find it's actually easier to pull the front, the center, or the bottom out first. Actually, you pull the bottom out, work your way up, and then the top just falls out. So we're going to take this. There it is, pretty light. Lay it up here out of the way, and then we're down here. So now, we've got bolts here. So we got a bolt here. We've got one here. So we got two 3/4 bolts. And we're going to go ahead and take these out. So you get these 3 bolts. One there. One down there. I can't get through those. Be right back. I need an extension. Okay. Got a long extension. Get this one down in here. Let me see if I can take you down here. Take one out of here. Okay, got that one. This one down here. I took a few more ugga-duggas. Okay, so take this bolt out. Take this bolt out. There's 4 bolts. One here, here and there and there. And then what we need to do after that is we need to disconnect some of these plugs. We're going to just pull the plug, pulls right out of that, just slides in right in here and slides in. And then you want to take the red tab, push the red tab up, And then it should be just a matter of pushing this black piece down, pulling it apart. But that is never as easy as it seems, because the plugs get full of crap and they don't want to come apart. So we should be able to push that down from the inside. There is like a piece that you can push down there. There you go. Pull that apart. So we've got that one there. And there may be a couple. Ah, crap! Just hit my head. Watch out for this stuff when you lift your head up. That's painful. And I think that's it there. And then underneath, there are a couple more bolts we gotta find. Okay, guys, and then the other one, we have this little tie link here, this link rod here, which I don't know if we're gonna need that again on the other one or not, but we basically just have to take this apart, one from each side. Okay, so I don't know what size this is. I've got like a 5/8 here. I think it's actually a millimeter, but we're doing this. Drop that one out. Then we're gonna switch hands. Come over here. Drop this one out. And you'll see that I put my leg up just to hold that bumper so it didn't fall off on my face, because I don't know what'll happen. Okay. I think I should just be able to pull the bumper apart. There you go. That took 10 minutes total. And here we have it. So there are some things we got to do, and we'll come back to it here in a second. Okay guys, so the next thing is this support right here. And again, I'm just using a 5/8, which might be a little too big. It's probably like a 15 or 16, but whatever. It comes off pretty easy. The nuts are attached to the arm. You just gotta pull the bolts out. And they come right out. And then you can just put them in there so you don't lose them. And I've already got the other side out. So that's that. And the next thing we gotta do is get to mess with these. It has these little things in here, I guess, so it don't rattle. We're just gonna put that aside on both of those. And I watched another install of this, and some people said some strange things about this right here. You have to relocate this, and I really want to take these off while I have them off and paint them red anyway. But let's see about that in a second. Okay, so I got a 3/4 or 19 anyway. Pull those off. Pull the bolt out. Take the back one off. Back one's just a bolt. And that whole thing comes off. And I'm going to take these and we're going to paint them red. Okay guys, so I went out to the store. I went out to Ace Hardware and I got two 1/2 inch by 5 inch with, I think it's a 13 pitch bolts. I got some washers for it, and I got some 1/2 inch lock nuts, nylocks. Okay, so, and then while I was out, I picked up some paint. So I went ahead and painted this crap so I didn't have to look at black tow hooks. So, alright, back to this. We're going to very carefully, so we don't mess up the little bit of paint job I got. Okay, brackets on both sides. Okay, then we take the original hardware bolt in the back here. And we're going to put that in. Put that in there. Okay, then we are going to take so original hardware. Probably should have got 2 of these washers, but I only got 1. Whatever. Put this up. Put that through. Put the washer on there. I'm gonna put the nylock nut on there, and then we can tighten everything up. We're gonna do the same thing over here. Here. This fucking joining me. This wonderful camera cut off again because, again, don't buy the Insta360 cameras because they shut off. Don't know why. It's done it since it was new, and lots of people say they do that. Anyway, I'm going to have to put these on. Okay, so I can go ahead and tighten this up. Tighten this one up. That's tight. Let me go ahead and give this a little extra something. Okay. Once again, it was a 1/2 inch by 5 inch bolt because the factory ones they tell you to reuse will not work. I don't know why, they just don't work. So the next thing we gotta do is we gotta take off these 3 bolts right here, and that's 15 millimeter. Take these off. Now, I think I'm going to be right here, but the directions are a little, sorry Hook Road, they're not the greatest directions in the world. You could do better. But they do have a QR code that you can scan and get them on your phone, so at least you can sort of stand a chance of being able to read it, which does help. So basically we're going to take these brackets, we're going to put it right here. Put that right there like that. Now, it says install the driver's left side bracket and tow hook. We did that. Install the passenger right side bracket. Reuse the factory bolts to attach the frame bracket to the threaded bumper. Do not fully tighten the hardware at this time. So we're gonna run these down just because I don't know how much room we're gonna have to get in there. But we want a little bit of sliding room. Okay, so we take this and just this is a little bit of play room. This is going to attach to the bumper. We need some room to wiggle it around. Do the same thing on this one. this around how we need to slide it around. Okay, we got that. Okay guys, so what we gotta do now is we gotta get the sensors out. The parking sensors, they have to come out, and we need the wiring harness. So I got the one side out, we're doing the other side now, so I can show you. You've got the lights, the ginormous lights right here for the fog lights. You just gotta pull the red clip up. Well, theoretically, push the red clip up, and then press in, unhook it, like that. Okay, so we're down in here. We gotta pop this, push this red clip out, right? And then we're gonna push down this black thing. Well, try to use your hand. Put your hand down there. I took two out and they came right out. I'm gonna get this one on camera. When I try to do it on camera, it don't want to work. But when you want to get the clip out, you kind of have to just pull these little prongs away a little bit. If I had a place to put this camera, I just want to kind of spread these prongs. Work the camera out, or the camera though. Just pop the. And there is these little most unusable film ever. So there are these little plastic things. They're just to keep vibration out. Just want to. Comes right out. Look how easy. And then we're just gonna, got one more here, I think. And then everything should kind of slide out. Just kind of work this out. Work this. Got the center in the way over there. There's your harness. Let's take the harness. We're going to lay the harness down over here. Okay? And now we can, I think, this is the top. I think. No, that's the bottom. So we're going to roll this over. Roll this over like that. Okay? And then we're going to grab our other two sides. One side here like that. The other side over here like that. Okay, we're going to go back here and get our box of bolts. I can't. There's so many directions I can't figure it out. So we're going to figure it out. There's holes. Holes correspond. And this is wrong. I'm wrong. So this goes like that. Okay, did have it wrong. Okay guys, so we're gonna put this, put this bumper partially together to start with. And what we're gonna do is we need two of these bolts right here with the big washers, or washers built to the nut. And there's two, let me get you closer. Okay, so basically, I don't think we need any washers on this now. We're just going to take this, we're going to lift this up, and there's two holes here. There's 3 slotted holes, and there's 2 big holes right there, round holes. And we're going to take the round holes, put that through. We're going to put the nut with the lock washer built in, kind of. Okay. We're going to do the same thing. The other side here. I'm going to put this in. got a friend in life, now it's time to use them. I don't have any friends, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some blue Loctite that I bought here on Amazon, and I'm going to put some blue Loctite on these bolts. Okay, I'll lift that up right there. Got some blue Loctite on the threads, and I'm just going to roll them in by hand. Okay, take a couple 3/4 or 19 millimeters. Oh my God, Rooster, go away. It's like 4,000 degrees out here and I'm dying. And this rooster's going ape shit in my ear. Okay, so we got sides together. Now we gotta do this side. So, go ahead, put that through the hole there. Put some Loctite on it. Turn it up. Actually, just put some Loctite. And that's it for now. We're golden. Get our directions out again, and we are going to, if I had to guess, put the bumper up there. Okay, we don't need the license plate on the front. That's a whole nother thing, but we don't have a license plate in the front here in Florida, so basically, if you do, they give you this little bracket, and you're going to attach it to the front of the bumper on the outside, which is these two holes right there. This will attach to there, and it gives you some place for your license plate to go. But we don't have that problem. I'm going to walk this in. We're going to set this right. We're going to get those tow hooks. Holy cannolis, Batman. So, it's just a matter. Those brackets we put on have to move in and out. That side's going to be okay. And this side. Move in. You want the brackets on the inside of the brackets of the bumper. Okay. We got that in there. I scuffed up my tow hook a little bit. We can fix that. Okay. So then the other thing we gotta look at, you gotta get that in there. Okay, so now guys, holy crap. Take you inside. take you inside here with me. I hope this thing doesn't fall on my friggin' nuts. Okay. So here we are. Here's the bracket that we attached to the frame of the vehicle. Here's the two pieces of the bumper. We're putting the bracket inside the frame. Then we're going to take a bolt here. We're going to come through there. Right now we're just worried about securing this thing so it doesn't fall off and land on my freaking crotch. So just getting there's the washer, lock, not washer, and the bolt. Okay, we got one there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put, I don't know if you can see that, it's very hard to see with the light. There's 3 slots on that. We're going to put 3 bolts in here, we're going to put 3 bolts in there, and then we're going to kind of tighten them down so we can jiggle everything. But then what we got to do is we got to make sure that this bumper's side to side looking pretty good. So I'm going to try to set you up. So here we are. Let me take you in here. We've got the bracket on the inside. Sorry. We've got the bracket that goes to the frame on the inside of the bumper brackets. We got 3 bolts coming through this one. We got this one. And we got this one. Washers on both sides and a nut and a lock washer on the inside. Now we got to do the same thing. Same thing on the other side. Over here, you can see there's no bolts or nothing. You see there's 3 slots, 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna do the same thing. Grab 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna take these over here. Put the top one in. Just kind of jam them in there for now. One in there. And get that one in there. Now we just got to get the other washers. I need 1, 2, 3. 3 lock washers. And 3 nuts. Put these things on. Oh my God. The hardest part about this is get everything lined up properly. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, so here we go. Everything's lined up. So now what we need to do is we need to kind of just tighten stuff up and get stuff. So once we start tightening stuff up, this bumper's going to roll and all that. Okay, but the first thing we got to do so we can get everything lined up and looking even is we need to put the grill back on. So we're going to take the grill. apart a little bit. Slip the top on first because we took it off, top off first. And when you're doing this, guys, what you're looking for is you got these little pins right here, and you got some pieces that all have to line up. But like the dead giveaway is this one right here has to line up inside that. Go in there, and your bolt holes line up. Okay, so now the last thing, we got the 4 10mm bolts in there. The last thing is we just need to take these little push pins. Got this little push pin right here. Put that in there. Just push it in, push it down. These are so easy. So you just make sure it's separate. Push that in there, push it down. Same thing goes for all 300 of them or whatever. There's a bunch, 20. Maybe 20, I don't know. They work pretty good. If you're nice to them when you take them off, then they'll be okay when you put them back on. And I'm just screwing this up one-handed, so we'll come back to that in a second. In there. Wow. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of them in, guys, and I'll be right back with you in a second. So it's like 1,000 degrees outside, and I'm done. So at the end of the day, I got a little box, got some parts in there. Now, the majority of those parts should only be for license plate holder, which I didn't need. So I'm going with there's some extra. They sent some extra parts, which is always good because there's nothing worse than losing one washer or one bolt. I got dirt on my head, and not being able to finish a job and having to go out and find the stuff you need. The other thing I found. These brackets right here, no, they show them that they came with it, but I can't find anywhere on the directions what I was supposed to use them for, and then the only other thing I didn't use, which was the license plate bracket. So the license plate bracket, if you were going to use this, it would go right here like that, and then it kind of gives because this is angled, so this corrects the angle so your license plate can hang straight down off the front. But thank God I'm in Florida. We don't have to put front license plates on because that's a big old pain in the booty. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these things over here real quick. Let's turn you around. We're going to take a look at what this looks like. So every time I'm trying to video, every time I'm videoing, there's either a truck going by that's loud, a motorcycle, donkeys, chickens, friggin' helicopters looking for people. I don't know. We're gonna shut the hood. So we got the hood shut. So there we go, guys. There's the difference between stock bumper and full bumper. Now I painted my tow hooks because I think it just looks pretty rad. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull this bumper out of the way and show you what I did. So just 1 second. Okay, guys. So here's what I did. Is there's a couple ways that you got to figure how to align this. Okay, you want to put the grill back on because without the grill you can't align it. So there's a couple places here where you can really get the alignment. You need to get side to side alignment because these brackets, the brackets that are well, not those brackets, but the main brackets that go to the let me show you. So this bracket that attaches, you take off the old bumper bracket and you put this one on and use the old hardware. We showed that. So you leave those loose because that allows, this is on here, it's on the bracket, the new bracket, it's slotted. So that allows both sides to slide back and forth. And then these bolts that attach the bracket to the bumper, those are slotted, so that allows pitch, like pitch and yaw or whatever. So then you got to find out, like, okay, how the hell do I do it? Because you can't put a level on there because the ground's not level, earth's not level. You want to make it look as good to the truck as you can. So there's a couple places you can do it. So this gap right here, I picked a spot, said, okay, about 3/4 inch gap. Come over here, I need about a 3/4 inch gap. That gets you kind of close the bigger gap that I did is I did right along the side here, right along the side. There's about, if I come right over top of it, and it's really hard to show it on screen. If I come right over top, there is, it's impossible to show you on camera really, but right about there is that's straight up and down. So I got about a 1/16 of a gap right there. So I came to the other side, and I attempted to get about the same. Where are we at? The light is killer. I attempted to get about the same 1/16 of an inch gap between the body and the bumper, just barely enough to fit a sheet of paper, a couple sheets of paper in there. That was the so that was side to side. But then I got to get to the level or the pitch of the bumper, and what I did there is I got stuff. It's Hooke. What I did there is this is the point where they attach. So anything outside of this kind of just goes up and down a whole lot, and this kind of moves a little bit because this is sort of like the fulcrum, and here's where you have all the mechanical advantage moving it right like that. So I guess that's right. And so I kind of said, okay, when I move this, I want an even gap right along here. I want this area to be an even gap, because if I went off the front of the bumper, which again, it's impossible because I'm not on level ground, and nothing on the front of this truck is level. I can't put a level on it because it's got all these uneven surfaces, so can't really go by that. But what I can go by is the things you're going to see. What you're going to see is if I lifted this, because this will come all the way up to here, come up almost and just almost touch it. That little 1/8 inch gap that I had here from here to here, I could get the same gap from here to here, and so it would come way up like that. So then I've got this big gap here, and then it closes to nothing here. Well, that's no good. But I could also drop it down where I got a bigger gap here, but then it gets bigger as it comes down. So body lines that you're going to see, you got to pick something. I build a lot of stuff around the house, and nothing's ever square. You've got to go with what the eyes go to, and the eyes are going to go to this gap. So I use this gap, and I got it just kind of tight and snug, and where I could just move it a little bit. I could pop it, and it would just move a little bit, hit it down here, and come back down. And I kept looking around back and forth, and I got it to sit there. The bolts were just tight enough, and I got in there and zipped them down and got them tight. So I got the same gap right along here. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty tight, and that makes it look that much better. And then the hooks come back after the fact with the hooks, and I kind of just pulled the hooks out as much as I could, and then I kind of put them even where they looked okay. It was really easy. I'm not completely done yet because I would like to show you what this thing looks like when it's lit up. I am waiting for some wire to show up, and I'll wire those in so you can actually see how good these lights are and how good it looks at night. So we're not completely done, but stay tuned. We'll go over the whole build one more time, and I hope you guys like it. I got to be honest with you, Hooke Road reached out to me, and I wasn't completely sure that I was going to love this thing, but I actually do like it a lot. I really do. Let me back it off into the where we can get around it. Okay, guys, there we go from the side, and I had like very little movement room between the front bumper and this one when I put these 35 tires on here with these 20-inch wheels, or 20-inch, 18-inch wheels, or I forget what the hell size are they. They are 20-inch wheels, and I didn't have a lot of room on the tires between there, so I got a lot of room. I've got more angle of entry, and I've got to zap that with a little paint. But I'm telling you, I really do like it. It really looks pretty badass. I can't wait to see what it looks like at night. It really gives a mean look to the front of this truck. And I like it. And hopefully, Hooke Road's going to like my review, and they're going to send me off a rear bumper. If not, I might have to just buy it. So anyway, I think it looks pretty good. It does pitch up right here. It kind of pitches up a little bit, but then on the gap, like I was talking about over here, the gap's good. So it's hard to know because the truck's never level, but but the front of it looks pretty flat. I don't know, I think it looks pretty good. So it is what it is. No, once people stop looking at it, they're never going to look at it again, other than just to walk by it. I think it gives it a nice mean look. Looks pretty good. We'll come back out. We'll come back out after I get the lights installed, probably tomorrow, and see what it looks like at night. Mirrors never want to close, and we'll see from there. All right. So stay tuned. Okay, guys. So the truck's a little dirty, but I did install the parking. I installed the parking sensors, and I just want to go over how I installed the parking sensors. So at first I thought this was not right. I thought there was something wrong because the original parking sensors right here, they like on the factory bumper, they kind of clip in and they just lock in. So I thought there was something wrong and I didn't do it. But what it is, they do give you some, in that box of screws I had, they give you some screws. So and these brackets right here are threaded. So you put the screws in there, you put the sensor down there, and you just tighten the screws up. And you gotta have to tighten it one way or the other to even that up from the outside. But you can see that the parking sensors are all in here. I do have the cable hanging from the stock for the factory fog lights. I just gotta wire this. I gotta put a zip tie up here and hide it. I just haven't done it yet. But they're all up here. I'm gonna go ahead and say that if you do this, put these sensors on, put them on prior to installing the bumper, because this was a major pain in the butt. I chose to do it after the fact, thinking that I didn't need to do it ahead of time because I didn't figure this out with the screws. Put them on ahead of time. It'll make life a lot easier. I do wish they just stuck with the old clip-in style where you could just clip it in instead of having to put these screws on there. That would have made life easier, but this overall does work. So just check that out and try that ahead of time. Just to put it in perspective, when you tighten the bolt up from either side, if you tighten it up too much one side, it'll push this sensor this way. If you push it that way, it'll go. So you have to just kind of work it and keep coming back and forth in and out to get that aligned. I'm still trying to debate whether I want to paint these black or not. They don't actually look that bad. My truck is really dirty, but overall it turned out fantastic. Hey guys, so I've got the truck out here at night. I've got my little Bluetooth switch bank. We're gonna go ahead and turn one of the lights on. This is wired up, and she is bright. You can really see how bright it is, and I'll show you again from inside the truck. And then we'll turn that off. We can turn fog lights on, and then with both of them on, super bright, super bright. And I'll take you inside the truck and we'll take a look at how it looks on the road. Okay guys, so this is driving. This is just normal. I'm going to come to a stop. There's a T at the end of the road here, about 50 feet away. So here are the fog lights. That's fog lights. And then this is the main light. Together, they're pretty bright. I mean, it's pretty good light for something that comes with a bumper. And then you got it on. And I haven't adjusted it or nothing like that. So like the fog lights are aiming up kind of high, but you get the point. I mean, they're not really fog lights. They're just freaking driving lights, to be honest. But works pretty good. I'd say definitely brightens my path up a lot. So especially for off-road use or back-road use, it's pretty good. All right, that's it. I'm gonna give my final thoughts here in a minute, and we'll wrap this baby up. Okay guys, so I'm at work today. It's a cloudy day. It's getting ready to rain a little bit and then cool off, but I just want to throw out here about this bumper. Bumper has been installed. Bumper has been installed about I don't know, about a month now. I just finished up these sensors the other day, 2 days ago, and got them wired up. But all in all, it's all working pretty good. Like I said, put the sensors in first before you put the bumper on. Will make your life a lot easier getting to the screws, but it still wasn't that hard. Me and a buddy, we did it in 20 minutes. But it was hard because it's hard to get at once it's installed. But go ahead and do it. I want to tell you now that I wasn't sure about this bumper, but let me tell you, it has been great. I love this bumper. The sensors and stuff, everything works. Parking close to something goes off. There's no problems with any of it. because it is using the factory sensors, but everything's lined up good, everything works. I have gotten a lot of compliments on this bumper. I didn't even tell anybody. People walking by and going, hey man, that's a nice, people I know, people I don't know, have made comments how much they like this bumper. I didn't go looking for it. I didn't ask. I wasn't digging for compliments. They just flat out said, that's a nice bumper. Where'd you get the bumper? So I tell them the story. And that's probably happened 6 or 7 times in the last month. So it's been great. It's fantastic. There's no rattling, no nothing. Everything's still aligned. Everything looks great. It turned out fantastic. So I just want to tell you guys, go for it. This is a good bumper. Great deal. And the best part about it is I got my factory bumper is perfect. So I'm going to turn around and sell that and make some money on it too. But I think this looks way better. Looks way tougher. Just a lot better. Let me flip it around. All in all, it's dirty. It's a truck, but it looks fantastic. I really do like it a lot. I wasn't sure I was going to like it. I like it. Everyone likes it. I'm going to leave links in the description for everything I've done here for the bumper. Obviously, I'm going to leave all that. You'll see it right in the description. Also, leave a link for the video of me doing the little controller for the lights and stuff like that, and where I got that. But guys, thanks for checking me out. Please hit like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, guys. I'm trying to hit the 4,000 mark, so if you could please hit subscribe. A lot of people watching, a lot of people not subscribing. Please hit that subscribe so I can hit 4,000 subscribers, and I really appreciate it, guys. I really appreciate you watching this video. Please check out Hooke Road, their products. I've used their products in the past, and I don't even know if they know that. I have several products that I've reviewed off my own dollar over the years. This is the first time they actually sent me something to review. But I'm giving you an honest review. I'm not telling you this because they gave it to me. An honest review. If I thought it was bad, I'd tell you. I think the directions could be a little bit better. But, you know, it's hard to give directions on stuff. That's why I do these videos. So that's probably why they reached out to me. They could be better. To be honest, if you bring out a laptop, set the laptop up, go online, get the directions in color, it makes life a lot easier than going off paper. You can zoom it, you can see it. But all in all, the product is great. Check them out. Thanks for checking me out. Hit like and subscribe, guys. Hit the little bell so you get updates when I got new videos coming out. And as always, guys, I really appreciate it, and peace out.